There are places in this world filled with mystery. Places where history still holds unanswered secrets. Modern science has solved many puzzles, but some mysteries remain beyond human understanding. One of the greatest of them all is the Great Pyramid of Giza. For thousands of years, it has stood strong, surviving sandstorms, changing civilizations, and the passage of time. Even today, this massive structure remains unshaken. Now imagine this. Around 4,500 years ago, when there were no modern machines, over 2.3 million massive stone blocks were placed with incredible precision. Some weighed up to 80 tons. Even more surprising, they were transported from nearly 800 kilometers away. So how was this even possible? Across Egypt, over 130 pyramids exist. But the Great Pyramid of Giza is the most mysterious. Its precision and alignment suggest advanced knowledge of Earth and the stars. So how did ancient builders know this? Was it just a tomb? Or something more? Some researchers believe even Nikola Tesla once thought these pyramids could act as massive energy transmitters. Could this be more than just a monument of human effort? Was it built using a lost technology hidden from history? Today, we begin uncovering the truth behind the Great Pyramid of Giza. Egypt is one of the oldest civilizations in the world. Thousands of years ago, powerful rulers known as pharaohs controlled immense wealth and power. The Nile River, the longest in the world, gave life to this land. Today, when we think of Egypt, one image stands out: the Pyramids of Giza. Located near Cairo, on a vast desert plateau, these structures have stood for thousands of years. And among them, the greatest is the Great Pyramid of Giza. As the Pyramid of Khufu, it was built around 2560 BC. It was constructed for Pharaoh Khufu, one of the most powerful rulers of ancient Egypt. At that time, pharaohs were seen as divine figures, not just kings. But the Giza Plateau holds more than one pyramid, making it a vast, ancient complex. Right next to the Great Pyramid of Khufu stands the Pyramid of Khafre, which was built by Khufu's son, Khafre. A little further ahead is the Pyramid of Menkaure, which was built by Khafre's son, Menkaure. Apart from these three main pyramids, there are also several smaller queen's pyramids, which were built for the wives of the kings and members of the royal family. In addition to these, the entire area is filled with the massive statue of the Great Sphinx, several mortuary temples, and mastabas, which are tombs of officials, forming a vast network that makes this place a grand center of ancient architecture. When it comes to how the Great Pyramid of Giza was built, this is where the real mystery begins. The level of engineering, planning, and mathematics used in its construction is so advanced that even today, scientists are left amazed. Interestingly, iron was not widely used during that time, so the ancient Egyptians mainly used copper tools. Since copper is a soft metal, arsenic was added to make it stronger. Using chisels made of copper and arsenic, along with wooden hammers, the stones were shaped with such precision that their joints still appear almost perfectly fitted. It is also surprising that granite was used in the inner parts of the pyramid. Granite is considered one of the hardest stones on Earth, and even today, it is difficult to cut it with modern machines. So how was it cut thousands of years ago? After hundreds of years of research, archaeologists concluded that the ancient Egyptians used a very hard stone called dolerite to cut granite. To break stones into large blocks, they inserted dry wooden wedges into natural cracks in the rocks and then poured water over them. As the wood absorbed water and expanded, the pressure increased so much that even massive rocks split apart. In this way, large stone blocks were prepared, which were later used in the construction of the pyramids. It is believed that 20,000 to 30,000 skilled workers worked day and night for 20 years to build the pyramid. Archaeological discoveries near Giza show that these people were not slaves, but trained workers and craftsmen who were provided with the best facilities. They were given good clothes to wear, sufficient food, and proper houses to live in so that they could stay near the construction site for a long time and work continuously. When farmers were free from their work, they also came to help in building the pyramid in honor of the king. In this way, with the continuous effort of thousands of people and very strict planning, the pyramid was completed in about 20 years. But when it was completed, its massive size left everyone astonished. A total of around 2.3 million huge stones were used in its construction. It contains about 5.5 million tons of limestone, around 8,000 tons of granite, and nearly 500,000 tons of mortar. If the total weight of the pyramid is calculated, it comes to about 5.75 million tons. To understand with an example, the total weight of the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world, is around 500,000 tons, which means the Great Pyramid of Giza is about 11 to 12 times heavier than it. The stones used in it weigh between 2 tons and 80 tons. What is even more surprising is that these stones were brought from Aswan, which is about 800 kilometers away. Without any modern cranes, advanced transport systems, or heavy machinery, moving such a large number of heavy stones over such a long distance and placing them one over another with millimeter precision is something that amazes even today's engineers. The structure is so massive that its base covers about 13 acres of land. In its original form, its height was about 482 feet, and it held the title of the tallest man-made structure in the world for nearly 4,000 years. Its height has now reduced to around 450 feet. In reality, the pyramid we see today as a rough stone structure was not like this in ancient times. Its outer surface was covered with a smooth layer of polished white limestone. When sunlight fell on it, the entire pyramid would shine like a giant diamond. At the top, there was a polished gold capstone known as a pyramidion, which reflected sunlight and could be seen from miles away. However, over time, due to earthquakes, looting, and the reuse of its stones in later constructions, this outer layer and the gold capstone disappeared. Researchers and archaeologists have been studying the structure of the Great Pyramid for hundreds of years, and in every part of it, they have found such engineering that has left everyone amazed. One of the most interesting features is its temperature control. No matter how intense the heat is outside in the desert, the temperature inside the pyramid remains stable at around 20 degrees Celsius. The ancient Egyptians designed its internal air shafts and stone arrangement in such a way that it works like a natural air conditioning system, which is a clear proof of their advanced architectural knowledge. The level of accuracy used in the construction of the pyramid and its alignment with the directions of the earth also amazes scientists even today. All four sides of the pyramid are perfectly aligned with the four cardinal directions: north, south, east, and west. In that ancient time, when people did not have compasses or modern surveying instruments, how they determined true north without any error still remains a mystery. In addition, a closer look at the pyramid reveals another surprising fact. At first glance, it appears to have only 4 sides, but in reality, it has 8 sides. Each face is slightly concave in the middle, dividing the pyramid into 8 parts.